Ukrainian civilian casualties present an equally devastating picture that reveals the systematic targeting of non-combatants throughout the conflict. Ukrainian civilian fatalities have reached 13,000 as of June 10, 2025, with the actual number likely being much higher due to ongoing investigations and areas where access remains limited. The attacks have resulted in the effective erasure of entire cities, such as Mariupol, where widespread destruction and loss of life have been documented through satellite imagery and survivor testimonies. More than 2.5 million homes across Ukraine, representing 13% of the housing stock, have been damaged or destroyed, leaving many Ukrainians in damaged homes or in buildings ill-prepared for life-threatening freezing temperatures. The energy crisis is disrupting public access to water, electricity, heating, healthcare, education, and social protection. Entire neighborhoods in cities like Kharkiv, Kherson, and Zaporizhia have been reduced to rubble, forcing residents to live in basements and bomb shelters for months at a time. The refugee crisis has scattered over 6.9 million Ukrainians across Europe and beyond, creating the largest displacement of people in Europe since World War II. Poland has welcomed the largest number of Ukrainian refugees, hosting approximately 956,635 as of December 15, 2023. Ukrainian families face impossible choices between staying in dangerous areas to maintain their homes and livelihoods, or abandoning everything to seek safety elsewhere. Many refugees live in temporary accommodations that were never designed for long-term habitation, creating psychological stress and uncertainty about their futures. The psychological trauma affecting an entire generation of children who have grown up during wartime will require decades of specialized treatment and support. Ukrainian children have experienced constant air raid sirens, displacement from their homes, separation from family members, and witnessing destruction of their communities. Many children suffer from sleep disorders, anxiety, and developmental problems that will require long-term therapeutic intervention. Schools across Ukraine operate in bomb shelters and underground facilities, creating learning environments that reflect the constant threat of attack. Russian children also face psychological challenges as family members deploy to combat zones or disappear during mobilization campaigns. Russian families experience the stress of not knowing whether their relatives will return safely, while government restrictions on information make it difficult to obtain accurate updates about military operations. The secrecy surrounding military casualties means many Russian families live in uncertainty about missing relatives for months or years. Families have been torn apart across both countries, creating lasting social wounds that extend far beyond immediate military impacts. Russian mothers have organized protest movements against mobilization policies, despite facing arrest and prosecution for their activities. These protests represent rare public dissent in Russia and demonstrate how military casualties affect civilian populations who lack official channels for expressing their concerns. Ukrainian families work to rebuild their lives from nothing after losing homes, businesses, and community connections that took generations to establish. The demographic impacts of this conflict will shape both societies for decades to come. Russia faces labor shortages, population decline, and the loss of educated professionals that will constrain economic growth and social development. Ukraine confronts the challenge of rebuilding destroyed communities, while many of its most productive citizens remain scattered across other countries.